Hello, me fixing everything, and because there is always something to be fixed, subscribe to the channel. It might be helpful to you to fix everything. Today, I'm not gonna show you how to fix anything really, but I'll show you my experience with the Silhouette Cameo cutters. This currently is the Silhouette Cameo 2, and I bought it off eBay. Actually, my girlfriend bought it 1 year ago, and I didn't have no time to use it, but Christmas holidays, plenty of time. So I'll show you my first experience with setting it up, the mistakes I make, and I hope this video help you so you can set up your cutters more easier, and if you need some troubleshooting advice you might find it in here. So I will show you how to switch it on, how to plug it in, and how to connect it to your computer. We'll make a design. I will show you a few points that needs to be watched when you set it up. We'll cut something and we'll see the finished product. So it's gonna be like maybe half an hour long video, but I'm sure it's gonna be helpful. So this here is juice cutter, so I don't have all the equipment that came with it, but I have the cutter itself, a roll of vinyl tape, self-adhesive one. So this is the vinyl. I got paper backing. It's not for heat transfer, and in the end we'll end up with a little sticker or a decal for gluing it onto the surface. You got different types of vinyls. You got heat transfer vinyls. You got vinyl for heat transfer. You can cut with this one. You can cut paper, felt. You can cut leather. You can cut all types of stuff. But I only have this piece of paper, this piece of vinyl. I want to make a sticker, so we're gonna use the program, and I'll show you how to use it. So I'm in Europe. The cutter, it comes with power supply that gets connected. It's connected right there on the side. There we go, right here. So you plug it in here, and this is the power supply. It comes with American plug. It works on 110 and 220 volts, it doesn't matter. It just needs a converter into European, or if you're in the UK, to a UK one, and plug it in the power. Then you need a USB port like this one. It's like a printer socket. And we'll just put it to one side. I'll plug it in the power. And the button for turning it on, because I plug it in and nothing happened, for turning the printer on is right on the side. You can change by the menu. You can change. I got a little tutorial of how you can set it up. You can change the color, you can change the color scheme, you can change the language, and you can change the sleep mode. After 5 minutes it will go to sleep. If you have the Cameo 1, it got buttons, but it's still the same. If you have the Cameo 3, it's exactly the same, but the lid is bigger. And you got a different blade holder. So something important is the size of the mat or of the media you're gonna be using. This is aftermarket mat, and it's 8 by 12 inches, but you might have a paper that's only like that big or like this big. So what you do, you got a little lever on the side of the machine. That's important. So you turn it clockwise, like 3 o'clock. You hold with one hand. You hold and you twist the back part. and you slide it to the setting you need. How do you know? Let's say, and you plug it back in. This is adhesive. This part here, that's where it's sticky. This one is not. This white stuff, the plastics, do not need to touch the adhesive part. As you can see, it just gets on the side. So you should do it. They should cover the media, but should not cover the sticky part. Okay, then we got the blade. You need to set it up to the correct depth. So for vinyl, I'm using 2. What it says in the program, because in the program it says it needs to be set. The program, it doesn't, because I looked for internet for a long time on that, and it's a little bit of misunderstanding. Whatever it says in the program, it doesn't change the settings. You need to change it yourself, personally. So what do? You got this red dot, you get in here, and if you want to be deeper, it goes higher the number. If you want to be lower, the blade to be lower, you just need to put it like 2. This is a ratchet blade. You got aftermarket blades, you got automatic blades. This information is specifically for this one. So whatever it says in the program, it's not 100% right. You need to adjust it yourself. But if it says 5 in the program, it doesn't change nothing on the machine. It's just a recommendation from the program what to preset on the blade here. Okay. You need a software that works with the machine, and I got from the website the free software, because I didn't have a disk. So Silhouette Studio in Google, software, more info, download. This is for system requirements or Windows 8. I didn't have Windows 8, I got Windows 7, so I went down and downloaded the Windows 7 program. Then, after everything is installed, you just install like a normal regular program. You open the Silhouette Studio, and we'll make a sticker now. Let's open it. Do I have it? I already have it open. Okay, so that's the program. You're gonna go on the internet. I have an idea for a little sticker that I saw. So if you have a turbo car, or if you want to make a sticker, I like this one. You can do letters, you can do anything. I think this one is interesting. I think this one is interesting. But you got a little small spots. Maybe something more easier for first one. This one is interesting. I had one on my phone, and let's see if I can find it. So I look the same. Maybe this one. Boost Turbo Snail. Or this one. I think this one's better. Okay, so we need to download the file and save it as a JPEG file on your desktop. We'll just call it a turbo. Okay, and we'll make a new file, top left corner. New. We'll import the turbo picture. And we have the turbo on the file. So now this is version 4.4 and you need to trace the area. There we go. We'll trace the whole thing and automatically it goes yellow. Want to trace the whole thing. So now it's traced, and it's traced on the inside and on the outside. And if we move the image down, oh, what happened? Did I close the... Something bad happened. So we'll have to do the whole thing again maybe. Well, you know it's crashes now. We just crashed in the middle of nothing. Well, all types of problems. Open. Turbo. I'll just show you one more time. I'm selecting the area. There we go. Trace. And now, when we drag down the image, you just got the outer edge. Now, we need the size to be matching our preferences. I want something that is like that big maybe smaller even, like this big. Let's see what is that area. Like 7 centimeters in total, and currently is 17 centimeters. So let's make it smaller. To keep the ratio, you need to lock the ratio aspect, lock it, and just move the width to 70 millimeters. Okay, we'll put it in one side. I think I have this piece of vinyl, and you'll see now why it's easier to use a pad instead of feeding it straight into the thingy. So what I'm gonna use, let's check how big is this area here. This area is 8.5 centimeters, so 70, I think 8, let's make it 8 centimeters then. Can you put it in the far right corner? Like so. Okay, so we have the pad right here, you can see it. Let's glue the vinyl to the mat itself. I just have this piece, everything is sticky here, and I don't want all the stickiness, otherwise it's becoming too sticky even. So let's put the vinyl in the top. You can clean it if you want, but it just depends. My one is not that dirty, so I'm not gonna clean it. Okay, so now when it's taped to the pad, you can roll it. Some people use rollers. I didn't see a reason to use it. Let's see, it's leaked. So now let's feed. To feed it, you just need to make sure it's even on both sides of the rollers, and the rollers are not touching the vinyl, you're just touching the plastic mat. Let's press now load cut mat. Now when the pad is loaded, what we need to do here, we got the design in the top right corner, we got the media and the vinyl in the top right corner. We're gonna press right here, I don't think you can see my mouse, send. And now something important, I think I'll make another video because this one is becoming too long. If it's cutting too deep, you do all the steps, it's cutting too deep, make sure that when you click on this one, it's on cut and not on cut edge, because I set it up properly. You can see here, it's on 2. My cutter is on 2, as you saw in the beginning, and it was still cutting way too deep. We don't want that, so just make sure it's on cut. That was the problem, I couldn't find it anywhere, I found it in a comments on a YouTube video, so help is everywhere, you just need to look for it. Now, you can do a test cut, but I'll directly oh, something else. You need to plug it in, don't forget that. Just in the USB port. If you have Windows 7 or higher, it's installing the drivers from itself. If you have a Windows XP or older, you might need to download them from the internet. So what we're gonna do now is we'll press send, and the cutter will start cutting. Pressing the send button. I think he's reading the mat now. No. Well, there you go. That's the mistake I made, I think. The design mat is 12 by 12. No, it should be okay then. We'll see what is gonna happen. Let's leave it cutting. Meanwhile, you need a small hook. You might use a tweezer, or you might use something pointy. Where's the thing with it? Hold on.
Or they can use the thing you remove your clip from your nails.
Oh yes, you can use a file. Something pointy. I think this one is the easiest one, because it just hooks. I'll show you now. So it takes some time, so you can regulate if you have different designs that have very sharp edges. You might need to regulate the speed, but even on the highest speed on the Cameo, the smallest designs, which are the hardest, are coming up fine on this vinyl. So it depends what you're cutting. So let's see what I did, and if it's. So we're gonna press and load now, and I'll change the. Oh, I think it became very nice. So I'll change the camera angle. I'll show you. So the design, I don't know if you can see it, I don't think so. Can you see the little lines? So what we're gonna do now, we'll just cut with the shears right from here. I'll take the design out of the pad. Put the pad to one side. see now. $20 now in the video. I told you it's gonna be around half an hour with installing everything. It's something like an hour maybe, and with troubleshooting all the problems one day. So now you need to look, because I don't remember where the lines are. I'll just open the design and I'll see where all the white spots are. One is here. Okay. Then we have one. What you need to be watching for when you're setting up the cutter is the blade. It should not cut the plastic, the white part. You should only cut the layer that you're cutting, because if you're cutting in the white, there is no point. And I made a mistake. I was cutting in the white too deep, and it just got stuck. The white got stuck to the pad, and it's really nasty. You can't remove it. It's so hard, you can't remove it. So just make sure, just do a small thing. You don't do something that big. Just do a circle, and just cut a small circle, or do a test cut, and make sure you're cutting the correct depth. You don't want to be too deep. Start the opposite way around. So if you have it too deep, it's a problem. You can't work properly. My one was way too deep, but as I told you, it was clicked to make a edge cut, but not a normal one. Okay, that's a really nice looking snail. What other problems I had? If your media, the vinyl, it's a bit older, you need to give it a little bit more time, because it stays very curly on the roll and it doesn't want to stick properly to the mat. Now we have this vinyl, and the back part is sticky, so we need to transfer it somehow so we can glue it to the, let's say, to the bonnet of a car. You need a transfer paper. That's for transferring. Look how small these letters are. Oh, these are tiny. Something else, if you want to be your life to be easier, just do something with big letters. This one is so tiny. Or make a big design. I just want to save on vinyl because I don't have anything else. So I'm just choosing tiny stuff. So to transfer it, you might use all kinds of stuff. Best to use transfer paper if you have. I don't have any. So you can use normal paper for painter's paper for painting. I'll show you now. Okay, that's the design. Did we? I think we have everything. There we go. Now let's get rid of this black stuff from here. Normal painter's paper right here. The weakest you can find. I know that people like 3M stuff and all that, but 3M is way too hard. So the cheapest and the weakest. What we're gonna do, take one. Is it big enough? I'm not sure. I think it is. Let's try. There we go, that's our transfer paper. That's the sticker. Don't forget where we started 20 minutes ago. Right here. So what we're gonna do now, we'll jump to my car and we'll glue it on the back. Okay, so we are now on the back of the car. As you can see, it's completely mechanical. Let's see where we're gonna stick that thing. Maybe here or here. I think right underneath there. So need to clean it up a little bit. Make sure that whatever you're cleaning, it's nicely cleaned. I don't recommend doing it in the way I did it because you scorch the paint, but I don't really care about this one. So now we need to take out the backing and the design to leave onto the transfer paper, painter's paper, and now I'll just stick it onto the thing right here. I think is a good spot. There we go. Is that easy? It looks easy because it is. Someone said that. I really like that comment. Keep in mind at the moment it's like 3 degrees Celsius outside, so pretty cold. I think it took us around half an hour from start to finish. There we go. There we go. That's how you can set up your cutter, and I'm sure you have enough creative ideas. I hope the video has been helpful to you. Like and subscribe if it is, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.